Hey everyone, welcome to the Electric Supercar channel. This week we're going to be talking about a new build. The Chevy C10, one of the most advanced trucks you could buy back in 1966. It was available with inline 6 and V8 engines. Had a smoother ride than most pickups of its time. And those rounded body lines gave it a look that still turns heads today. But more than half a century later, this truck is about to become something completely different, something Chevrolet never planned. Because this 1966 Chevy C10 is going electric. First, I want to introduce you to our new C10. So our new build is this 1966 Chevy C10 pickup. So this truck's in pretty good shape. This one's getting a full EV experience. So we're talking drivetrain, AC, heat, brakes, but we're also gonna do essentially everything. So when I say everything, I mean all the modern conveniences, like the infotainment system, the dash, heated seats. And one of the most cost-effective ways we could think to do this was actually do, I'm gonna call it a body swap. So we checked out some of the dimensions as far as wheelbase, track width, and we think we've got a good solution for this one. Our plan is to get a full vehicle, so like say a Tesla, take off all the panels from the Tesla, essentially so we have a skateboard. So the skateboard's gonna consist of dual motors, full battery. This is also gonna include essentially Tesla fast charging, so you could drive this one up to a supercharger. But it also has all the things to heat and cool the batteries. It'll use the Tesla battery management system, use the Tesla software. Essentially the car will still think it's a Tesla, it's just gonna be wearing a C10 on the outside. So that's a pretty aggressive plan, but we think this is gonna be absolutely amazing. So first things first, we got to do a baseline. All right, will you do the lights real quick? So we got this one, we're just checking lights. So that's right blinker, left blinker. Got brakes? Brakes. Okay, and then we'll do headlights and stuff. It's got headlights, check. It's got left blinker, but no right blinker. Okay. Can you do windshield wipers? Okay. They struggle a little bit, but they do work. It's supposed to have a squirter, but headlights, which one's brights? How do you do brights?
So you've never seen a kick pedal? Okay,
No.
So you have to have your headlights on.
Okay, headlights on.
And then you click the pedal.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, and it's possible that this could have been a manual, so you could have had a clutch pedal and then also a start pedal. So you'd have clutch, start, button brights, brakes, and gas.
Nice. The other thing is speedometer does not work. But then over here, like that one works, that one doesn't, that one does. So it's kind of like every other one works.
Okay, so you have an aftermarket oil pressure. And
Yeah, so we got interior light as well. That's working. Yeah, I don't really see any backlighting. I realize it's not night, but it is pretty dark. So overall, this is in really good shape. It does have just a few dings. This one, we've noticed it's because the door, I'm gonna call it the latch that lets you not open it too far. It's not adjusted right, so basically when you open it far, that hits that. So we'll have to make that adjustment and do a little filling and make it look good. The gas tank, it's really just behind the seat here. All right, so here's the engine. We found out that these are, ouch, that's actually hot. These are decorative.
Yeah.
So like,
They're just covers for the
makes
plants.
it look nice.
hot. So just something to dress it up a little bit. Pretty simple, straightforward. All right, so it does look like it's got a wood bed there. Looks like it's pretty good. This one's got a cover.
Hydraulic, huh?
Yeah. All right, so here is the interior. So it's kind of got a modern stereo, but kind of still the old school controls for like air and fan and heat and defrost. Yeah, we'll get this thing driving and we'll test all the systems. I also want to do a 0 to 60, kind of we'll do that before and after. So after is going to be several months from now, but I want to show you that as well. For today's sponsor, we have Desk Lock. This is a smart lock with built-in Wi-Fi. All right, so this is like outside, looks like it's got a fingerprint scanner. And this is going to be the one that's on the inside of the house. So let's go find a door and install this. This is the Desk Lock K120 Smart Lock. You can open it just with your fingertips and can store up to 50 of them. It has a 1500 amp hour battery. It does have an emergency USB-C cable. And it is also capable with Google and Alexa. It is IP65 dust and water resistant. This accurately reads elderly, unclear, dirty, or moist fingerprints with higher first-time enrollment success and fewer retries. If you get home, you don't have to actually reach in your pocket to get any keys. You just come up, it unlocks, you're good to go. As you're leaving, you got your hands full, it'll lock automatically. What's also nice about this lock, if you're away at dinner or on vacation and you think, did I lock the door? You've got your app. Just tap in, slide to lock. So it's also nice if you're away from your house and somebody needs to get in, you can just do it from your phone. You've got 5 different ways to unlock it. You can unlock it with your fingerprint. It also comes with a physical key. You can do voice command, a passcode, or the app control. It also has GPT fingerprint feature. It learns from frequent use and improves recognition accuracy over time. All right, so this battery really helps eliminate some of the anxiety that comes with automatic door locks. So most smart door locks run out of batteries in 2 to 3 months, where this one is up to 12 months. I will say it's got some pretty easy instructions. They've got a nice video online to do all the installation. If you're looking to upgrade your door lock to the newest technology, I'll leave a link in the video description below. This one is an automatic. Well, for starters, the speedometer doesn't work. So it does look like the battery works. Fuel says it's full, but there's no oil pressure, no temperature. So my guess is those ones do not work. Down here we've got some more things. So again, looks like the battery one down here does not work. Oil pressure does work over here. Yeah, it's got a nice ride. All right, so we're gonna try the 0 to 60. We're on a road that the speed limit is 60. We're just pulled off to the side and we're gonna merge quickly. Now that you've seen the baseline of the truck, we need to find a suitable donor. So for the donor cars, I checked out Copart as well as Auto Bidmaster, and we found several wrecked Teslas that were actually in my area. All right, so some of the key things we were looking for is we wanted something, I'm gonna say with rear damage, not front damage. We wanted all the cooling, AC, condensers, all that stuff's up front. We didn't want any of that damage. We also didn't want any airbags. So we found a couple with rear damage and then we bid on it. Let me show you how that went. All right, we are in the shop and today is a bidding day. So we are on the bidding website. Our lot is up in about 10 minutes. Always makes me a little nervous, I don't know why. But we got a couple different lots we can choose from. This one's a local one, and we're looking for a Model Y. And this one's got just a little bit of rear damage, but batteries, motors, everything like that should be good. So I'm hoping we can get a good bid. All right, so we're getting ready here. Ours is 3 away, okay. Here we go. So I just bid one. I'm winning.
Yep. No way.
Wisconsin, just stop.
Yeah.
Come on, Wisconsin, just stop. Yeah, I don't want it to go much more, but we'll see.
Bonus time. Come on, don't come back.
Man, that goes slow.
Yeah, it does. You got it, man.
Yay!
Congratulations, sir. That was fun.
Yeah, thank you. We're in the Rivian here. We are gonna go pick up our donor car. So this is gonna be a Tesla Model Y 2023. This is my first experience with Copart kind of picking it up myself. So we actually bid on a local lot and we won it. So now I'm gonna go pick it up from Copart and see how it goes. All right, we are here. This is the Copart lot. All right, so we are here, we just arrived. Kind of walk you through what we do, but this is the first time, so I'm kind of, I don't want to say nervous, but just kind of worried about the correct way to do this. This is how they load the cars on the trailer. They just bring a big old thing. We just checked in on the app. So basically there's the app. Our appointment's not until 10:30, so we're a little early, but hopefully this all goes well. All right, here's ours. Jeez Louise, that doesn't sound good. Be good, be good, be good. I'm sure he does this for a living. Close. It's gotta go this way. Back's good. Okay, so here it is in all its glory. A little bit of wheel rash. Oh, looks good though. Because it's on the trailer here, the doors can't open. So we had Tony climb through the window. He's gonna see if he can start it up or if we need to jump it or what's going on. So this one said it had a key. We're not sure where the key is though. It's not kind of...
Oh, hey.
Did you find it? Oh, we got it.
It was on the floor.
Okay, so now we're gonna see if we can...
We don't have ramps on, right? We're just gonna see if we can...
There's ramps.
Oh, is it behind the car already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna see if we can put it in gear and drive it off. All right, so it says...
Still got 162 miles.
Yeah, they gave it to
That's
us with
great.
extra power.
Oh, was it wrapped? Maybe they just like the color pink.
Sounds promising. Think we're good on that side? So yeah, just...
Clear all the way off.
Okay, so go slow.
See how close it gets in.
We are off. This is the one we got. Really good looking. Drives well. Obviously has some damage in the back, but we're not gonna be using that. So the thought with the interior is we're going to keep most of the Tesla stuff. So we'll have Tesla steering wheel, Tesla display, the Tesla center console, even the seats. So we'll have like heated seats, things like that, and they'll be able to move, all that fun stuff. We will have to somehow modify the dash, I'll call it the dash for the Tesla, to match the space that's in here. For the front though, we're going to have the OEM Tesla suspension, drive, steering rack. So basically the engine will come out and we'll take the, essentially the cab off, we'll take the bed off, but the skateboard will come under here and we'll keep all the original Tesla stuff. So in theory, we could even do full self-driving. Same thing here with the rear. The overall wheelbase is actually a tiny bit shorter for the Model Y that we got. But one thing that's a little interesting is you'll notice just even this, the wheel's not really centered and not centered there. So one thing that we can do is there's obviously some space here, so we can shorten that up a little bit. And then if the wheel is more centered, I don't think that'll be a big deal. I think that'll still look good. But yeah, the thought is take the bed off, take the cab off, chop the Tesla down. So we got the skateboard, put everything back on. There'll be tons of fabrication to make everything work and look good. But that is the plan. All right, so there you have it. This is the beginning of a new build for the C10. We've got several months worth of work. We got to do some scanning, figure out this one where we're gonna take it apart. We're gonna have to cut apart the Tesla and get them all married together. Make sure to subscribe. That'll do it for this time. See you next time.